everybody. It's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. I'm sorry, I'm just a few minutes late, but y'all, I just pulled in the garage. I just walked in the door, and I had to come in here and talk about these Oscars from last night. I want to hear y'all 2 cents in the chat. How y'all doing in the chat? Hey, Eric. And if you on the repeat, I want to hear your 2 cents in the repeat. I'm about to say my 2 cents, and then I'm about to let it go. Because I've been up all night on Twitter debating, being messy. I wasn't messy on Twitter. I was just liking and laughing and debating. I wanted to be messy. I'm going to be a little bit messy on my channel. But I'm kind of over it now. I'm going to say what I got to say, then we're going to move on and just laugh at the TikToks because you know they coming. Okay, so if by any chance you went to bed early and you haven't looked at your social media since you woke up, Will Smith slapped the shit out of Chris Rock last night at the Oscars. Now, let's start from what I saw, then I'm going to get into what I understood, and then I'm going to get into how I really feel. Now, what I saw, because I wasn't even watching the Oscars, number one. I ain't give a damn about it. Hey, Davion. I ain't give a damn about it coming on. I didn't even realize Will Smith was getting ready to win an Oscar. None of that. None of it. Beyonce performing, none of it. I ain't care. I'm scrolling through Twitter like I normally do, and somebody said Will Smith done slapped the shit out of Chris Rock. And I said, what? At the Oscars? What? So, me being nosy, I went to Google and I saw the edited clip. And I said, okay, that looked kind of fake because all he said was G.I. Jane 2. I mean, it wasn't that deep. So then I went back to Twitter and then I saw the unedited version. And I said, oh, he really slapped the shit out of him. And he yelled, keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth. Now, the first messy part of Angie was like, but what about August? He ain't got to keep nothing of Jada's out of his mouth. But then I said, let that go. Let that go. That's messy. I was being messy. Davion, you say you was watching a movie and yeah, social media blew up. It blew up. I couldn't even go to sleep. I'm just sitting there liking and laughing. But anyway, so then I saw the unedited version and then people start saying protect Black women. That's what you're supposed to do and all this and all that. And I got into a couple of little debates. Hey, Dabu. And I was like, all he said was G.I. Jane 2. Like, it wasn't that deep. He could have cussed them out or had a gentleman's conversation at the after party. So, I ain't really understand what was going on. Now, then some of my friends had to fill me in on the backstories, like why it got that deep. So, apparently, Jada has alopecia. And I guess she's been talking about it for some years now, but my ass, I don't follow Jada like that, so I didn't know. So maybe Chris Rock didn't know. I don't know. But apparently she has alopecia, and it's something very different from being a beautiful woman who likes to rock a short haircut because she likes to rock a short haircut versus having to rock a short haircut because you losing your hair. I understand the sensitivity of that. I said, okay, I can understand. I got that. Then my good friend Charles, y'all know Charles, he had to send me the clip of Chris Rock throwing shade, or really, those jokes back then were kind of harsh, but throwing shade at Jada back in 2016 when the Oscars was supposed to be so white and we were supposed to boycott because Will Smith didn't get nominated. Girl, ain't nobody watched that movie in the first place, but we ain't going back to 2016. What Chris Rock said in 2016, this the Cliff Notes paraphrase, pretty much saying Jada want everybody to boycott the Oscars and blah, blah, blah. He said, me boycotting the Oscars is like me. He's like, Jada boycotting the Oscars is like me boycotting Rihanna's panties. I wasn't invited anyway. I said, ooh, that was a good one, but it was harsh. And then he said something else. He made some jokes about Jada, and then he said Will Smith got paid $20 million for Wild Wild West. It was funny. I ain't a comedian. I can't tell you the funny way. Go back and look up the clip. Chris Rock 2016 is there. Then I was listening to the Breakfast Club, and they were saying that in 2019, Chris Rock said something about another alopecia joke about Jada. So fast forward to 2022, I can understand Will Smith. He, like, this man always got my wife's name in his mouth. We always the butt of his jokes. I can understand. Let me slap the shit out of him and go back to my seat. Y'all know we all down for some ratchet shit, some hood shit every once in a while. I get it. Angie's point of view, and this is just Angie, I'm just going to speak for myself. It was the wrong place in the wrong time. Back in 2016, Will and Jada, if y'all ever come across this video, y'all was begging people to boycott the Oscars because you thought they were unfairly nominating people, overlooking your husband. You know, y'all started that whole the Oscars so white thing. I get it. Now it's 2022 and your husband is having his moment. Everybody is saying Will getting ready to win the Oscar, and he won it. Congratulations. I wouldn't have let my husband ruin his moment. Like, we didn't fight and go through all the bullshit. Oscars so white. We the butt of every joke because we started the Oscars so white. You went through all that bullshit for your husband to have this moment. But instead of Angie getting on Let's Break saying, y'all, congratulations to Will Smith. He done won his first Oscar. We talking about him slapping Chris Rock. You ruined your, I ain't going to say his legacy, but the legacy of the Oscar, you ruined it. Because now when we think of the 2022 Oscars, we ain't thinking about none of the people who won. I can't tell you nobody else who did anything else at that damn Oscar. But Chris Rock getting slapped. And that's all we're going to think about. That's all people are going to talk about when we talk about this Oscar. You ruined the moment. You lost self-control, which is human. It's human. And I agree with protect your wife. I agree. But it was the wrong place in the wrong time, period. And now that you can go on YouTube, that's all everybody's talking about. That's all they talking about. I'm about to listen to it. Like I said, I just got back in the house. I'm about to go to YouTube and listen to what everybody else got to say too. But let me see what y'all saying. Stephanie, you say you saw it live. It took a second. You thought it was a bit at first until they started censoring. Okay. Was anybody watching the shit live? I guess Stephanie was watching it live. And here I was thinking Sunday was boring. It was, because I ain't even watch Candy and her gang. I was just in the bed on social media. I wasn't watching anything because Sundays are a little bit boring. Will Smith's marriage open to everything except joke. Oh, okay, Dabu. I need to retweet that. Their marriage is open to everything but jokes, I guess. But it's insensitive to make a joke knowing that someone has alopecia. Now, does Chris Rock know? I don't know. I don't know. I didn't know shit. And they said Jada been talking about it since 2015. I ain't know. Not everybody is in your business like that to know your medical history. But that was a good one, Dabu. That was a good one. Part of me, it had to be Chris Rock had to know because apparently they said he did know because they said he made a joke about it in 2019. But how about the restraints of Chris Rock not to even swing back? Somebody slap you in the face, immediately you start to going like this because I don't know. That was a lot of restraint for him, for us to not see some Source Awards up on the stage. I'm happy they ain't go full out ghetto. But ooh wee. I wouldn't have let my, I wouldn't have, I, what's also confusing about the situation is before he slapped Chris Rock, he was sitting there laughing. And if don't nobody else know their wife got alopecia, Will Smith should know. So when the joke was first made, he was sitting there laughing. It wasn't until he panned and saw his wife wasn't laughing did he react. I wish we had the footage of what changed from the laugh to just seeing him on stage. Because was Jada like, go slap his ass? Like, I don't know. If it was me, like, we didn't see no arms pulling, like, Will, no, come sit your ass down, Will, don't do it. Like, we didn't see any of that. I wish I could have seen how that flip from the laugh to just being on stage, what changed in that moment. We didn't see that camera angle. I wish I could have saw that. If it was me, if I was Jada, I wouldn't let my husband ruin the moment. Protect me after you get your Oscars behind the stage. Don't go on national TV ruining your image for a GI. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to make light of it, but, and mind you, I don't think nothing is going to happen to Will Smith. They already reported on the TMZ that Chris Rock not pressing charges. He not interested in pressing charges. He not going to sue. I don't think the Oscars are going to sue. I don't think the LA County is going to step in and press a charge. I think we're going to just talk about this, and by Tuesday, Wednesday, Kanye going to be fucking up again, and we going to forget all about it. So trust and believe. Will just got to get his dragon on Twitter for a couple of days, and then somebody else going to do something stupid. And I think we had a black producer. Yeah, Will Packer did produce. Davion, you said the show going back to all white. I know them damn Pinkett Smiths ain't coming back. We don't give a damn what movie he be in. I don't want to say no shade. I love Venus and Serena, and I love what they've done in the field of tennis. But I ain't watched that damn movie. That movie ain't never piqued my interest. So jokes aside, watching these prominent black men go at it is a shame. It is a shame. It is a shame. And you know what pissed me off the most? What pissed me off the most, because I was on Twitter, that fucking Candace Dillard from Real Housewives of Potomac. That bitch was all, and mind you, I don't dislike Candace, but I like to call her out on her shit when she be on her shit. That bitch was all up and down Twitter talking about, yeah, that's what my husband would do for me. That's what we want our men to do. Protect us, stick up for me. I'm like, bitch, what happened to orating? What happened to using your words and not your hands? So the next time you say your mama to somebody and they slap the shit out of you, we gonna remember these tweets. See, that's what I don't like about people who make all these stands and justifications, and we on our soapbox for this. We as black people shouldn't do this. But as soon as you see something entertaining, you see Will Smith and Chris Rock acting the fool. Now all of a sudden, yeah, protect me. You slap the shit out of somebody, they talk about me. Bitch, you was just crying and had the Post-it notes for a whole season. That shit had pissed me off. And I was going to go back and forth with Candace, but for two reasons I didn't. One, Candace liked to go back and forth on Twitter. We went back and forth another time. I forgot what we was talking about. But anyway, but number two, it was close to my bedtime. I ain't feel like going back and forth. Plus, I ain't want Candace to block me. Not that she anybody that I care about, but when Potomac come back on, I don't want to be blocked from her tweets so I can make fun of them when Potomac come back on. But that bitch had pissed me off. It's a lot of women out there was on the same thing. If my man ain't like Will Smith and he ain't gonna slap somebody for me, I don't want to be with him. So I'm like, okay, so we want to just take back all, we just want to be violent. We want to choose violence every day. Like everybody, I didn't want to debate people on social media all day. But even some of my teacher friends were like, that's what people are too sensitized to being disrespected. Disrespect is normalized now. So when we slap somebody for disrespecting us, we don't understand it anymore. So I'm like, so we telling the kids in the school, we not suspending the kids in the school anymore for being disrespected and slapping the shit out of somebody. Like, we have to make it make sense. Are we okay with people being slapped because these are two multi-millionaires and they can get away with it? We okay with them? Or are we choosing violence every day now? Because if so, I need to get my nails cut back down because I'm constantly talking shit. And a bitch slap me, it's on and popping. We're not using our words anymore. Let me see what y'all saying. Hey, Nicole. He probably thought Will was going to rock him if he swung back. Oh, Will was going to whoop his ass. Will was going to whoop his ass. I believe that. But I would have got some licks in. You just not about to slap me on national TV. But somebody had to keep the show going, and I guess Chris Rock said, let me just keep it going. I ain't gonna, I already got slapped. I ain't about to get beat down. But yeah, Will would have whooped his ass. That is exactly what confused me, Angie. He laughed at first, yep, and then something happened. That's what confused me too, because I watched it about 5 or 6 times. And then if you go on Twitter, somebody had the slow-mo, because at first I thought he punched him. But then I saw, no, that was an open hand. That was a slap. Okay, I'm corrected. But yeah, I want to see that angle. I want to see the angle of when it switched from a laugh to okay. Now, okay, I'm talking too much. Y'all, I can't talk too long. Now, I did hear his acceptance speech. And he talked about love. He talked about we're these huge celebrities. People expect us to take abuse and not do anything. Will. Everything he said in that acceptance speech, I understood. But again, my only problem with the situation that went down is it was the wrong time, the wrong place, the wrong platform. If you would have slapped the shit out of Chris at the after party and we ain't seen no footage of it, it would have been completely different. We probably wouldn't even have given a damn. But you did this on national network television. Well, the laugh had me. Well, the laugh had to be all right. MF laugh. I'm confused. I got confused a little bit. You should check out this YouTube channel. What's the name of the YouTube channel? They got some interesting take. It's called Cheryl's World. I'm about to write that down because I'm getting ready to go to work, y'all. I just pulled in the garage. I just pulled in the garage. So I'm getting ready to work and listen to YouTube right now. I'm going to check her out because I am interested in all sides. Me and my good friend Charles, we had us a good debate this morning, and we agreed to not agree, or what they call it. We agreed to disagree, and we love it. And that's what I love about Charles so much, is that we could have good conversations, and nobody walking away with like, you feel like that? I get, like, we just laugh about it and we just don't agree. But it's cool. Hi, Angie. Hey, Stormy. I would have had to square up with Real at some point in that night if I was Chris, probably then and there on site. I'm telling you, that's a strong mentality to get slapped. The way he got slapped, that was a hard slap. And not to go into defensive mode. But I think what Chris Rock is probably going to do is he probably going to have a good stand-up special. He going to crack all kind of Will and Jada jokes and then go sit down. He going to get paid one way or the other. You ain't about to sub me. Okay, and the joke wasn't even that funny. It wasn't even funny. If you ask the whole new generation of kids, they probably ain't even seen G.I. Jane 1. Shit, I ain't seen it, but I knew what he was talking about. I understood the reference. But this whole new generation probably didn't even understand what he was referring to. But anyway, y'all, I did a good 20 minutes. That's my 2 cents on the situation. Again, I feel like by the end of the week, we're going to be on to the next person. But I do feel like going forward, probably in every interview Will Smith has to do about winning this Oscar, everybody going to want to talk about the slap instead of the movie. And mind you, I feel like the slap was more entertaining than the movie because I ain't want to watch the movie no way. But anyway, let's get back to, I guess I ain't really took no break. I've been off this morning for I don't want to say why on camera, but I was off this I was off this morning. So I'm getting ready to go get to work. So I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. If you all didn't watch a video I did earlier today, Let's Break might not be every day. Some days I'm way too busy to do it, but I made time to talk about this. I ain't even have to get no subjects or nothing. The whole video about this. And if it's not every day, like if you don't see it in my community tab or if you don't see the stream coming up, that means I was too busy to get my topics together. Also, tonight is going to be Ready to Love and Love and Marriage Huntsville. I go live when I do my reviews at 6 p.m. So one to start at 6 p.m., the other be at 6:30. And then my new show, Kitchen Table Talk, with Blissfully Single Bean. We didn't do it this Sunday. We were really busy with work. And then this weekend, I'm in Vegas. I'm out of town. I need a vacation. So we will pick up Kitchen Table Talk on April 10th, the Sunday after this one. So that's why you haven't seen Kitchen Table Talk. And we take a little break. I know we just started the show, but I've been paid for them tickets to Vegas. So we can't help that. But anyway, thank you all for the support. Thank you all for having a good time with me. It was a pleasant surprise. I had to get my 2 cents because I wanted to be messy last night on Twitter. I wanted to be messy. I had all kind of good August Alsina jokes, but I said, no, Angie, let that go. Let that go. That was a long time. The best thing I seen, the best tweet I seen is that Will has been holding it this end. He probably wanted to slap the shit out of Laverne Cox, but he couldn't slap her ass. Somebody said Regina Hall made a joke about it at the beginning of the Oscars, and of course, we can't slap her ass. I think Chris Rock got a lot of smoke for a lot of people poking at their marriage, which I do believe they got a little bit too much of their business in the streets. Like, take a Beyonce, Jay-Z take, stop putting all your shit on that red table and we wouldn't have nothing to joke about. But I do think he's tired of people poking at them, and he got frustrated, and he probably had beef with Chris Rock. I don't know. But I had to get my 2 cents out there. Thank you all for the support. Like this video. If you're on a rewatch, put your 2 cents in the comments. I want to know what y'all got to say. And subscribe, all that good stuff. Let me go log in. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all work day. And I might see you tomorrow. I'm going to quit saying see you tomorrow just in case I get too busy. But y'all know y'all going to see me when you see me. I'll be back. Bye. Have a good one.